Hey, what is up, guys? We are here with the Guile character breakdown. If you haven't seen the character breakdown videos before, we talk about a character's notable normals, special moves, V skill, V trigger, as well as the basic game plan. If you know who Guile is, a lot of this will probably be familiar, but he does have some fun new tricks to talk about. As far as his mobility goes, he has pretty good walk speed forward and back, pretty normal jump, and he has some other fun tools to get around. Mostly he has his duck walk. This is brand new. This is down plus forward. You can cancel it into a bunch of stuff, like you can just dash out of it or backdash, right? You can do whatever you want. It doesn't lock you in anything. Hit normals and you can just walk. You can also flash kick out of it since it is down forward. You can just hit up plus kick. Can't throw boom out of it because you'd have to stop and then charge and then throw boom, right? But you know, that's just a way to get around. Other than that, he has a couple of normals that help him get around. Back plus light kick or back plus medium kick. He also has forward light kick or forward medium kick. So these are normals that have mobility attached to them. You can do stuff like back light kick boom or back medium kick boom, right? And that's always useful for helping him navigate the screen. Besides that, let's just talk about some of those normals. He has fierce. I have to talk about heavy punch because it has there's a lot about heavy punch. So standing heavy punch, you can combo after into things, into like that. Well, you know, you can combo. Yeah. So you can combo into stuff like that. That is just heavy punch by itself. If you hit no direction. If you do back, you get the straight, and if you hit forward, you get his back fist, right? So he has a couple of different things off heavy punch, right? Neutral heavy punch, back heavy punch, forward heavy punch. He also has crouching heavy punch. This is a really good anti-air. If your opponent tries to jump at you, you can always do this, and you'll anti-air them. So that's always good as well. Besides that, he has some pretty fun normals to keep people out in the mid-range. Crouching medium kick is good. It also has the target combo and the overhead off of it still. So you can always go for this. And the overhead is a command normal by itself. You can just do it. It's forward plus medium punch. He still has his crouching medium punch, which is great for, you know, combos or whatever. You can always do stuff like that. Down forward heavy kick, which lets you juggle into things. So you'll see stuff like that pretty often, and then you can flash kick after, right? Forward heavy kick, still the upside down kick, which you can only combo off of if it counter hits. So that's just something you have to keep in mind. But since throw tech can be countered in this game, you'll probably land it more often than you think. As far as target combos go, we have this one, like I mentioned. We also have crouching light kick medium punch, which you can also extend with forward heavy punch, which knocks down. And you could do, you know, fancy stuff off of it like that. So that's always pretty cool. But yeah, that's one of his target combos. The other one is light kick medium kick. Also V trigger cancelable, so just keep that in mind. Crush counters, he has a bunch. And it's pretty much all of his punch buttons. So standing heavy punch by itself is a crush counter. It launches, you can juggle like that off of it. But that's just standing heavy punch. Back heavy punch again sends them flying. And to really combo off it, you're probably going to have to spend trigger. But yeah, that's back heavy punch. And forward heavy punch is the one that keeps them grounded. You can see there, it just spins them out. And you can actually dash up and hit fierce after. Whoops. Yeah, so you can actually combo with stuff like that. Dash up and just do standing heavy punch into whatever you want. And of course his sweep is a crush counter as well. So that's just something to keep in mind. And if the first hit hits, it will crush counter. So the second hit is, you know, you're not unsafe or anything like that. But yeah, those are his crush counters. Let's talk about his special moves. They're the same old, same old. There's Sonic Boom, which is back forward punch. It's a charge move. That's the light version. Heavy version is much faster. Medium punch is in the middle, and EX is significantly faster. Now, one thing to keep in mind about EX is you can actually juggle off of it. So there are options to combo off of EX Boom, and you can hit people out of the air if they land on it or whatever. EX Boom is really good. It's super fast. Besides that, flash kick is down, up, kick. It's still a charge move. They don't have invincibility, so you can't use them on wake up, but they are projectile invincible. The EX version is fully invincible, so you can use this as a wake up attack, and they're all counter hit state if they get blocked, so they're crush counterable. And that's it again for his special moves, but he does have his V skill, which basically is brand new. Now, the V skill, you just hit the two buttons and this comes out. You can also charge while doing this, so if I do this and someone jumps it, I can flash kick. So that's just something to keep in mind. It is a strike by itself. You can see it just hits the opponent like that. You can also set it out and it'll be there for a few seconds. Now what this does is it enhances Sonic Booms you shoot through it. So you see that's the light punch boom, and you can see that instead of hitting once, it now hits twice, right? And there's a juggle state after. So it basically adds an extra hit to your booms. So if I shoot an EX boom through it, it now will hit 3 times instead of the normal 2. Alright, so 3 hits. Plus you can juggle off of it as well. And as I mentioned, you can always hold down and then do, wow, flash kick. after. That's always something that you can do as well. So this is just this new wall. You can set up stuff off of it. You can do stuff like this and set it up, and you know, if your opponent hits buttons, they'll land on it or whatever. You can set it out this range. It's pretty good, and it enhances your zoning quite a bit. Yeah, so you can do pretty fun stuff like that. Now, his V reversal is forward and 3 punches. It knocks down if I set the CPU to do something. Alright, there we go. But yeah, it's just a knockdown. It's pretty good because then you can walk back and throw booms or whatever, right? So a knockdown is always good for Guile. I think if it didn't knock down, that'd probably be pretty rough. Besides that, there is his V trigger, which I've shown off a few times. This thing leads to crazy combo potential, better zoning. It buffs his critical art as well, so that's just, you know, kind of icing on the cake. Now, this critical art allows you to throw additional booms. So if that's just me doing a boom regular, right? But if I tap punches again after the booms, I'll get different booms. So this is me just hitting light punch a bunch, right? See, I throw a bunch of booms. If I throw heavy punch, I'll throw faster booms. So I can throw a bunch of different speeded booms. So you see, those are some light and medium booms in there, mixed in. So you can throw faster or slower booms. Now this leads to some pretty fun combo potential if you haven't seen it. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Besides that, it also buffs his critical art. So his critical art is usually Sonic Hurricane. It looks like that. If I'm in trigger, then it's Sonic Tempest, which is significantly bigger, as you may have noticed by the fact that it hit about 3/4 screen. So if your opponent has no way to avoid that, then chip is going to be a pretty big deal. It also does a ton of damage, so comboing into it's pretty great. You can just do stuff like this and combo into your super pretty easily. But yeah, so that's Guile in a nutshell. A character is probably the Guile that you know and love, if not just, you know, slightly different. But for the most part, the most of his kit is there. He's a really fun character, very straightforward. If you like a zoning style, but also, you know, you can get in there and be a bit of a bully sometime, then Guile's going to be the character for you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon.